Hello everybody, welcome back to Universal Tower Defense. So, new update, a Dragon Ball update. We have another Universal unit, that's Goku Black, Vegito Blue, Vegito Super Saiyan, I think. I haven't watched Dragon Ball, so I don't exactly know what all the fusions are called and everything. There's normal Vegito, and then don't know what this transformation is called, but that's Goku, that's Vegeta, that's Janemba, Trunks, and then these are Battle Pass units, and then that's the unrivaled Gogeta. So, I already got Goku Black, and I rolled at him, and I'm one roll away from pity. So yeah, that's great. The last few units I rolled on, I've had to go to pity, but boom, ruler. Now I just need to get XP on him. I think a 191k. I think top path is his best path. So, you know what? I'm gonna etherealize him and fully, or well, most of the way unlock the top path. Then I'll use on these two, because this like path buffs DOT. So, and this path gives him bleed and ionized. So 2 status effects and buff DOT. So he's pretty good. But yeah. So I will eventually, or well, apparently Vegito Blue is like the best unit in this update, or well, one of the best units in this update. I think all of them are pretty good, but I will get Vegito Blue, and I don't know if I already got Trunks, and I already got Vegeta, or not Vegeta, Gogeta, but I haven't evolved him. So I'll try to evolve all the units, or like most of the units, like Vegito Blue and Gogeta, and then I don't really care about Goku, Vegeta, Janemba, and Trunks. So, and apparently the 2 Battle Pass units are pretty good, but yeah. Anyways, yeah. So I will do the portals for Vegito. He's a portal unit. There's a lot of like modes in this update. There's a story mode with the legend stage. There's a raid, and then there's portals, and then there's a mode kind of like the Madara mode, which gives you Janemba. So yeah, but I'm gonna farm portals, and I will get back to you when I have Vegito. Okay, I got Vegito. Now we need to evolve him twice. Where is he at? I rolled on rolled on him, and sadly, I didn't get ruler. But yeah. Okay. Evolved once, and then where is he at? I need 2 more earrings and a Majin mark. Okay. And then some fragments. And yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna try to get the 2 earrings. And the Majin mark, it's just a raid drop. So that's easy. Then the fragments are legend stage drops, so that's easy as well. So I'll be back when I get the Majin mark and the earrings. Okay, I finally got. Okay, so I rolled ruler on Vegito. It wasn't pity, thank God, because my last like 5 rollers were pity, but I can evolve him. So let's evolve him. Then I want to evolve Gogeta, so I can evolve him once, and then the next Evo I need Fragment 2. It's from the raid shop or the boss rush, and then Fragment 4 obtained from the Otherworld Hell game mode. Okay. So claim that. You can get Fragment 4 from here, but I don't have enough things. I might just do the raid until I get enough to get the Fragment 2. Then I'll do the Janemba game mode for Fragment 4, I believe. Yeah. So I'll get those, evolve Gogeta, and then I probably won't be able to roll the ruler on Gogeta, but I mean, just 3 times his damage, and then yeah. So I'll be back when I get those. Okay, so I have 1.5k of things, so I can buy the unrivaled fragment, and then not raids. I want to teleport to upgrades. I should be able to evolve Gogeta now. Okay, let's see. I didn't get a good trade on him, but you know, I'll eventually get a good trade on him. Okay, evolve Gogeta. So apparently the Dragon Ball team is Gogeta, Vegito Blue, and Goku Black. So I'll make the team get all the gears on them, and I'll showcase them. Okay, showcase time. So let's turn on Gogeta's effects. Let's sell Goku Black. So this is his first effect. This is his second effect. Just teleports and punches. And this is his last effect. nice. Okay. 128k every 7.83 seconds without ruler. That's pretty good. The relics or the gear, all three of these units have damage gear on because the unit builds section on the Discord says give them damage builds. They might change, but just I have them damage build. So let's see. Passives. That's his ability. Punisher Ball does 200% damage in a circle AoE. That always cuts off. Probably does damage. And then changes the enemy type to normal enemy if it something, I don't know. Okay. Warrior that destroys evil. On placement, this unit's damage will increase by half the amount of crit rate. Increased by half of the amount of crit rate all allied units in his range have. If all allies in his range have a total of 150% crit rate, something damage. Light speed reflexes. While attacking, when this unit is attacking and it cannot be stunned, hitting enemies will cleanse allied towers in range cooldown before being able to once again, it cuts off. So, purified energy on placement, this unit will not be able to crit and will always do 1.1x damage no matter what element it is. No type disadvantage or advantage. Unrivaled mark for all units owned by the player if the tag Fusion plus 50% damage and 50% crit damage. If the tag Super Warrior plus 30% damage and negative 10% ability to cooldown. If element light, 20% damage and 5% crit rate. On ally follow-up, this unit will give an allied unit's follow-up attacks in his range 30% damage for 10 seconds, cooldown of 20 seconds. So basically, he's just a followed up buffer, kind of. Oh, okay. So it does 100% true damage, and okay. So Gogeta's good. Times 3, I think, for ruler. So it would be like 360k, 370k. Pretty good. Now let's do Vegito Blue. First attack, classic Dragon Ball attack. The Spirit Bomb or whatever. Not Spirit Bomb, but shoots ki and it explodes. Godly Punch, full AoE. Okay. And then Beam Sword, circle. 481 every 11.2 with Fern buff. It's Fern buffs the crit rate, so it doesn't change the stuff. Anyways, final energy wave, that's his ability. Use the active ability to reach a massive line AoE attack that you can manually aim. Deal 30% damage per second for 20 seconds. Active ability cooldown 140 seconds. When a stun or debuff is attempted on this unit, ignore stun and or debuff. Release a counter attack for 80% damage at the strongest enemy in range. plus 50% damage for 30 seconds. Every attack follow up for 100% damage, 70% chance to trigger the follow-up attack a second time. So basically, he does double damage every attack or something, and then he can do more double damage if he gets the 70% proc. Amazing unit. His SBA is a little high, but it makes it up for his follow-ups. And then final energy wave, when you press it, you just have a line that you can control, and it just beams the frick out of the enemies. Anyways, now Goku Black, he's really good. All three of his paths can be used, or like it certain situations when they're used. So the first path, it's a DOT thing, and it creates clones that the tier 5 of it has an ability to where the clones shoot a beam, and he can have 6 clones, and it increases the nuke damage by 200% per clone, so you can have like 800% damage or something. The second attack, or like the second path, is also a DOT but more of a crowd control. So basically, he applies slow and confusion, and then once enemy has slow or confusion, if he attacks that enemy again, he applies burn or radiation, or burn and radiation. And then the third path is just straight DPS. So basically, 100 every. I can't talk. 100. The third path, like, varies in damage. You can read this. For every marked enemy, 20% damage, cap 100. Yeah, so basically, it varies in damage. All 3 paths you want to have, or like the 2 other paths, you'll probably want to have these 2 as a like tier 2, because it gives him bleed and increased damage and rage. And then if you're doing this path, you want to do this one because it gives him more DOT and buff DOT in range. And then, yeah, pretty good, pretty good unit. So, yeah, and then it also, with the top path, he has 2 DOTs. He has bleed and ionized. So, yeah, that was the units. They're really good. I have to get ruler on Gogeta because they're like, these 3 units, Vegito, Goku Black, and Gogeta, are an amazing combo. But yeah, that was the video. If you enjoyed, hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you all in my next video. Peace out.